Thanks for tuning in to Barbershop Sports Talk.
Do you think we'll ever live in a world where guys like Stephen A. and Skip Bayless aren't as consumed? Because I think there's two sides to this, right? There are people who love Stephen A. They love Skip Bayless, right? Skip Bayless will never admit that he's wrong. Stephen A. Smith can be wildly entertaining and wildly hilarious. But then there's the other form of sports fan that's kind of like, okay, both these guys are idiots. All Stephen A. does is scream, and it seems all Skip Bayless does is try to figure out ways to like hate on LeBron James.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking if there's going to come a day where they get, like, old and washed up and, they'd rather do other things, their mind is shifting to wanting more leisure time, I can totally see that. Although with Skip is going to do this stuff, and I think he's going to be relevant right up very near until he dies. Like, this is what he lives for. He's already in his 70s. He doesn't want to go relax by the beach. He's made more than enough money to do that for the rest of his life like 20 times, and that's not what he's doing. So, there maybe there'll come a point where it's like, this is morbid, but if he loses his mental faculties before he passes, that's when it's going to end. But I don't see any kind of world where he's like alive and lucid that he's not getting people to pay attention to what he says.
Why do you think people want to pay attention to what they say so much when it seems like, now not that they don't know about sports, because maybe that's not the way I want to pose it, to where maybe there's a place where there's smarter sports conversation going on, but people kind of like that sensationalism that both he and Stephen A. Smith bring. Like Stephen A. Smith, for example, there was that one time where
they believe what they say, though. That's the whole key. Is Skip lives in a universe where the idea of, like, if you ask me who's better, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, I would say, I think it's Jordan, but if you want to say it's LeBron, like, go ahead. They play in different eras. It's not something that can be adjudicated. I have my opinion on it, but I'm not going to just I'm not going to obsess over it every minute of the day. Skip, actually, in his brain, this is something that is just, supremely important, more vital than any, social issue. You don't ever hear him talking about the president of the United States or healthcare or mass shootings or any of those things. Those things just don't register in his brain as being important. Everything in his brain that is important is Jordan versus LeBron, or just thinking about new ways to dissect the Dallas Cowboys. That's the way his mind works, and so he's just so obsessed with it that it gives him such a leg up over people who have any other interests whatsoever.